Over 100 years ago, in 1917, Thomas Ice became the first Republican prisoner to die on hunger strike in the 20th century. Spurred on by that same sense of injustice and wanting to secure Irish freedom, thousands of other Republican prisoners went on hunger strike throughout the 20th century. 21 others would also pay the ultimate sacrifice, as Thomas did in 1917. So today, in 2021, on the 40th anniversary of the 1981 hunger strike, where we proudly remember the 10 brave Irishmen who gave their life on hunger strike in 1981 in the Kesh, we also remember the 22 hunger strikers in total throughout the 20th century who made the ultimate sacrifice, using their body as the only weapon they had to be able to fight injustice and fight the brutality of the British system in wanting to criminalise the Irish Republican struggle for freedom. Their example is rightly remembered all around the world by people who are downtrodden and oppressed, and those too who are fighting for national liberation, from far away as Cuba, in Uruguay, in Brazil, right across the Middle East and Palestine, throughout Africa and many parts of Asia. The name of the hunger strikers, the example that they give, still gives fright to those imperial powers who want to criminalise struggles for freedom throughout the world. So today, in 2021, as we remember the name of Bobby Sands and his comrades from 1981, let us also remember the sacrifice of all those who have struggled for Irish freedom. Today, there's no doubt about it, we stand on the shoulders of those men who gave their lives in hunger strike throughout the last 100 years. From this vantage point, we can see the republic that was proclaimed in 1916. We are within touching distance now of that Ireland of equals, of uniting our country. So please, get involved in the struggle now for Irish freedom. Get involved in remembering the brave Irish patriots who have went before us. They have given everything so we may live now for Irish freedom.
I am standing on the threshold of another trembling world. May God have mercy on my soul.
Sands, Bobby, anti-H block, Armagh, political prisoner, 30,000. Yeah! 492.
When one spends each day naked and crouching in the corner of a cell resembling a pigsty, staring at such eyesores as piles of putrefying rubbish, infested with maggots and flies, a disease-ridden chamber pot, or a blank, disgusting, scarred wall, it is to the rescue of one's sanity to be able to rise and gaze out of a window at the world. Today the screws began blocking up all the windows with sheets of steel. To me this represents the further torture of the tortured, blocking out the very essence of life, nature. Here, my torturers have long ago started and still endeavour to block up the window in my mind. I have always taken a lesson from something that was told to me by a sound man. That is, that everyone, Republican or otherwise, has his own particular part to play. No part is too great or too small. No one is too old or too young to do something. So, Mukhara, for what it's worth, I would like to thank you all for what you have done, and I hope many others follow your example. And I'm deeply proud to have known you all, and prouder still to call you comrades and friends. I may die, but the Republic of 1916 will never die.
Doesn't seem why it's so long ago. The last time that I saw you, funny how the memories grow. Seems they always fold around you. Try to break you in a living hell, but they couldn't find a way. So they killed you in a H-block cell. Let's hope that all would turn away. Thought your spirit couldn't rise again, but she dared to prove them wrong. And in death you tore away the chains, led the world a freedom song. Yet the heartache and pain lingers on. They're still here, though it's so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You showed us how freedom's fight can be won. I wish there was an easy road to choose, to bring the heartache to an end. But easy roads are always sure to lose. I've seen it time and time again. If you could stand by me like yesterday, find the strength to carry on. So let your spirit shine along the way, and our day will surely come. Yet the heartache and pain lingers on. They're still here, though it's so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You showed us how freedom's fight can be won if we all stand as one.
No Easter eggs permitted. I so wanted to give my dad an Easter egg. I carefully took off all illicit wrapping, presented 2 empty shells of chocolate, to be scrutinised and searched. My hopes were high, my heart was beating, an Easter surprise for Daddy. I can still hear the brutal crash of my dreams as they handed me back a paper bag of chocolate smashed to smithereens. A cruel, sneering smile from the big man in uniform. I was only a little child. My heart was broken. I held my head high, held back the tears, and proudly walked in to wish my father Happy Easter.
Golshisa glam mardu, go mai martin haru, hula me kaya, ekyo era jamlan, just me shaltam, le kuvina shamra, in seglor, goralashing makes lanchana vein. It's me a hover, a kai mission moiga, a geisha no a can play, shem glanching a kroga, can sir shaving near Nilo Fabio Vinci, Seclor, call a lashing expansion of vein. Some died by the glenside, some died near a stranger, and wise men have told us that their cause was a failure, but they died for all Ireland, and they never feared danger. Glory-o, glory-o to the bold Fenian men. I passed on my way, God be praised that I met her, and lifelong or short, sure I'll never forget her. We may have brave men, but we'll never have better. Glory-o, glory-o to the bold Fenian men. In Seglor, Goralashing, Exlancha Nave.
Farewell to Balachi, likewise Tamlach the Huff, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts return to you from my dark hedge blocksell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. For hundreds of years now, we've kept up the fight, and the history books told me of Ireland's plight. So with gallant Francis, I followed the cause to conquer the tyrant and defy England's laws. Farewell to Balachi, likewise Tamlach the Huff, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts return to you from my dark hedge blocksell. friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. Through the hills of South Derry we marched and we drilled, to our exploits and actions all Irish you thrilled. The most feared men in Ulster, volunteers on the run, we give England our answer from the barrels of our guns. Farewell to Bellaghy, likewise Tamlach the Huff, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts return to you from my dark hedge block cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. O gallant South Derry, you are forever blessed. In the struggle for freedom, you have given your best. There's Hughes and there's Bates, Sheridan and Lee, and inscribed with their names now, brave Tom McElwee. So farewell to Bellaghy, likewise Tamlach the Huff, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. My thoughts return to you from my dark hedge block cell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. So friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell.
Ishkahaja mismo, Brinlanaga Johnny Blashime, O Kanimo Kain Bogoga Kuram Foka and Tarageth. Is Father Lomomi, Womi, is Father Lomomi, O Jimmy She, is Father Lom, he so gets so see, Molina Gothni Kalanan, Johnny made tear in art, Specker Bamapwania, Brackagum, Sneeligin and Inyanagor, Akmali Galwan, Nikalanan. Is Father Lomomi, Womi, is Father Lomomi, O Jimmy She, is Father Lom, he so gets see, Malina Gothni Kalanan.
By lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling, Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By lonely harbour wall, she watched the last star falling, as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. For she'd live in hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. Oh, it's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. so lonely round the fields of Athenry.
How many more must die now? How many must we lose before the island's people their own destiny can choose? From immortal Robert Emmet to Bobby Sands MP, who was given 30,000 votes while in captivity. No more you'll hear the lark's sweet notes upon the Ulster air, or gaze upon the snowflake pure to calm his deep despair. Before he went on hunger strike, young Bobby did compose the rhythm of time, the weeping winds, and the sleeping rose. He was a poet and a soldier, he died courageously. We gave him 30,000 votes while in captivity. Thomas Ashe gave everything in 1917. The Lord Mayor of Cork, McSweeney, died his freedom to obtain. But never one of all our dead died more courageously than young Bobby Sands from Twinbrook, the people's own MP. He was a poet and a soldier, he died courageously. We gave him 30,000 votes while in captivity.
Children's laughter, children's tears, childish joys of childhood years, are the memories of our own happy home. It's not death that brings the pain, though I would face it all again. It just breaks my heart to leave you all alone. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? Do they sadly ask you why I won't be home again? How hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better land. May they never know the fears that blighted my young years, or the shackles that have bound my native land. Let them see the joys of life, not the cruel civil strife, foreign laws imposed by brutal strangers' hands. Do we want still sigh when they their daddy's name? Do they sadly ask you why I won't be home again? How hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better land. May they grow in love and truth. Let them blossom into youth, guided by their mother's loving hand. Let them cherish Ireland's pride, for this Joe MacDonald died. Let them know their father loved them and his land. Let them know their father loved them and his land.